Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Gamebreakers. I'm here with the Gamebreakers crew. I have Lil, and I have Allison, and I have Thomas, and we are playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. We are in the Tomb of Annihilation module, and I think it's been fun so far. We are pretty far along, so you should go back and check out the earlier episodes to catch up on all the great stuff that you missed so far. But we're going to zoom in on our heroes here down on level 3. The Tomb of the Nine Gods. And where we last left off was the new spirit that had joined over, from this sarcophagus. We had the puzzle flooring, and then there was also an indication of a passageway here that Tim was watching over. And would also say that with a fairly thorough exploration of the map, there's very little that remains. Right, you've scouted a lot of hidden little passageways and hidden doors.
So the nooks, crannies.
Yeah.
I mean, other than the spot with all the gems to put in, or that had like the socket,
Right, that's in the bottom left over here.
that door is left.
Right.
Have you checked it out yet, bro?
And I believe it's Roken that's carrying the eyes currently.
Yeah. Roken, have you checked out that door yet?
I thought I had, but not sure if with
This is a week ago. I get it.
yeah.
Right. Roken knows. Allison, positive. I'm pretty sure you did. GM, you remember?
You had looked over the door and seen that it was not trapped.
That's it.
Did not open the door because you had this other space that you had it still yet intended to explore.
Right.
Yeah, I have the 9 eyes. Do we want to see if they fit? Is that what we're seeing?
Well, there's a door here, like just right behind us in the hall.
Oh, I
That
see.
one's like all the way on the other diagonal.
Got it.
Cross.
Okay, yeah, let's open it then. I'll do it with my mage hand.
I'm sorry, can you refresh my memory? Who got the latest god spirit in them?
I thought it was a minion.
Yeah, it was either Alex or Fox. I think it ended up being.
I think it was Alex. Yeah, I offered the fox, but it was Alex ultimately.
Okay, so Alex took it. So, I'm sorry. Am I forgetting? Do I have the information on that being so that I can play it accordingly, or we can wait till later?
Right,
There was a handout that I did like a reveal on, but that's not necessarily something that you might have remembered here. So
I'll go look for that. I don't need to stop the game. Sorry.
Here, and I'll reveal it. So here's what you can take a look at right now. Everyone gets to see is the Al Mirage.
Yeah, I remember now. Sorry about that. Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's a good refresher. We did have a few refreshers here, when we first met up. So, with that note, the door opens. And as the door opens, Tim steps back and says, "After you." Now, if you looking inside, there seems to be a small chamber. I'm going to do the reveal here for you so you can see.
Gotta catch 'em all. We
So
almost got them all.
the door opens and you see this 15 by 15 that you estimate. And there seems to be some sort of stone like font full of kind of liquid greenish vapor, escapes slightly. And there is a shadowy figure at the far side. It seems to have its back turned.
A shadowy figure with its back.
And it seems to be facing this door here on the far side.
How big is it?
You'd estimate it to be about like a medium-sized creature. It doesn't seem particularly, large.
I'm just gonna open with a firebolt.
Mhm. So go ahead and make your.
Okay, yeah, I'm having to do a PDF, which is a little just different navigating. Spoiled by Dungeon Master's Vault.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But yeah, it
I-
wasn't. But even though I updated my source books, I still didn't have my spells or anything on the on it. So I got working off my PDF.
Makes sense.
Plus-
I got you. I spent a lot of time working on my Katashi character Roll20 sheet.
Mhm.
And I also found there are times that I just couldn't do what I was doing, and I had to build macros too. I can tell you your like firebolt and sneak attack type. That's a little takeable, be cool looking.
Oh, it's a range
Anywho.
spell attack. Let me check what my bonus is. That's my spell
That's
bonus. Oh, it's the same.
you definitely land the blow.
Woo! Oh yeah, I got a beautiful roll there. Rolling 19. So it's a 3d10, and is it sneak attack? Because it's they don't see me. I don't know if I can't remember if that qualifies.
Right. Indeed. So it's not going to be sneak attack damage. But you do get your firebolt right there. Like doing the where didn't have the advantage necessarily.
Okay, so hot diggity! I rolled a 10 on one of those, and so I got 18 total.
So the firebolt flies and hits true and strikes the shadowy figure. And as your gesture fires off your firebolts, the figure turns and tries to like move and also shoot a firebolt at you.
Oh, it shoots a firebolt at me.
And Tim laughs. It's like, got some illusions going on here. Illusion magic? Yeah, definitely. And the firebolt does strike the target, and with that, the fire flares over the shadowy figure and it's gone.
I will walk up to it, like cross the room.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I'm gonna check for traps, and then I will cross the room.
I almost had you. No, I mean, go ahead and make your. I guess it's a perception since you're moving, not necessarily doing a full investigate. Yeah.
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 Okay,
Looking for
it's on the
traps.
first page, right? 29.
Good one. That is a really good one. So, taking a look over the things, you do see that in this room, the only thing of note seems to be this stone font here. And I'll say that with your various forms of both perception from looking over the room, that you do find that it seems this liquid is also illusory.
Slake your shadow at the font.
I was just thinking that.
At the font, is there any writing?
I was thinking font like a bowl, like a fountain.
Is that like
right. This
was it
chamber
FON?
contains a stone font filled with a streaming green liquid.
I didn't know that was a definition of font. Now I know.
Ooh, it's
It was
green.
new to me.
Thanks,
It was
Steve.
new to me.
I was
Is it
just-
Romulan ale?
So you do get a quick glance over the room from taking the perception, right? You don't see that there is any trap that stands out. Do you wish to apply a moment to investigate?
Sure.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your investigate.
Get the same bonus, yeah. $20. Well, actually, 23. Minimum 11.
Or 10, right? Minimum 10. Is that it? Yeah. Reliable talent or whatever. I think it's 10.
Oh yeah, we make an ability check with proficient treat of troll. 21. Or yeah, 21.
Cool.
Math.
All right, so you spend a minute doing the full investigation, right? And it's like the green bubbly stuff is seems to be full sensory except for tactile, right? It has no touch. But otherwise it has the other characteristics of your sensorium. You don't find any traps necessarily, and there is a door unlocked on the other side. And it's about when, you as you're exploring the room here, I'll. Why am I? Yeah, that. Nope. I was trying to click on the wrong layer. Put you at this spot here. Tim will keep you back up. And this, finally noticing like there doesn't seem to be any trap or a lock on the far side when the shadowy figure reappears.
Hello? Do you have a name?
And at this close distance, do you have a light source here?
Have we been carrying one? I think we were going around in the dark, weren't we?
Yeah.
There was a lot of dark, yeah.
At Wayne's request, you've got his spare goggles of night.
Yeah. So no, there's no source of light.
Okay. But you do have the dark vision.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think if I figure this, you still are able to like see and interact with what's going on. Now, as it reappears, it's a shadowy duplicate of you, Rogan.
Well, lucky it.
And as you nod in aberration, it nods back.
Well, I'm gonna cross the threshold of the room, like to go over here, to expect it closer.
And it's mirroring your emotions here.
The riddle says slake your shadow. Slake
Yeah.
means to help somebody who's thirsty. Do you think it needs a drink?
That was exactly what I was thinking.
It's also a word I didn't know. So great. Yeah, I guess I'll mime drinking the fake water.
So with you tactily can't interact with it, but the shadow seems to interact with the illusion. And it seems to like be, drinking it down. Do you continue? You stop?
Yeah.
And
Pending.
it takes it's kind of a big bowl. There's a whole lot of work going on to consume that amount of fluid here, but after about 8 rounds of it, it consumes all of the font, and it is now empty and dry. And once it becomes empty, there's a small flash of light, and the orange crystal eyeball shape appears at the bottom of the dry bowl.
Number 10. I will take it. I will pick it up.
It is, you now have 10.
Yay. I got the last eye. I'm gonna check this door still though.
Yeah, good call.
What's behind the door?
So opening this door here, you find seems like a small storeroom. It's empty. Could be a closet. If doesn't seem to have anything to it.
Hmm.
Kind of like that other little hidey hole you found somewhere you could like double door and you batten down and rest or something.
Okay.
You did.
All right. Well, little hidey hole found. Fake water. Drank. Let's get out of here. Should we go to the door?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I love treasures, but we've been in here a while.
Yeah, it's either the door or go down, and I feel like not going to the door before we go down is silly.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like leaving things.
So yeah, let's head to the door. Come on, everybody. Move out.
All right, so you're making your way there to all of these seem silly. I was like, I don't know how to get there.
Yeah, I was just trying to think.
That's that's a very small.
Yeah, even Dimension Door doesn't do it for us because she's large.
Hmm.
Well, I could just shrink her. I mean, enlarge, reduce.
Right.
Well, I don't remember what the duration is, but whatever. I mean, if it would help.
Grabbed everybody in there. Move them down to this lower area.
All right. Yeah. Any objections?
It means we might have to do it again on the way out. Just are you prepared for that spell slot wise?
Yeah, I have a lot of spell slots at the moment, but I'm almost out of blade songs. So if we're gonna go, like when we go down a level, I mean, at some point we'll have to have a long rest. I mean, obviously we'll do what we got to do, but I wouldn't mind burning up some spell slots. I was almost thinking about giving Rokan True Sight, just so she doesn't miss any secret doors, or can see through all illusions. Blah blah blah.
Could I will say, like, in game, out of game, it's been a couple weeks. In game, I feel like it's only been a couple of hours since we rested. Like, we cleared out 2 levels, but we've been moving fast, hitting it.
That's true, but
Right. I think you've only been here for like 2 days. Right, 48 hours or something.
Chippy goes through spell slots and blade songs kind of like a child goes through their allowance. Like, it's pretty much all the first day, right? Never mind, bad analogy. Anyway, yes, I'd be happy to cast that spell.
Yeah, if that works for our companion, honored, respected companion. Will that get her in?
The enlarge reduce. I'm sorry, this is the question. Slightly reading there. Give me that one more time.
You're doing that thing where, like, quick, do some RP so I can read what's supposed to be in the next room.
I mean, I'm familiar, but I'm
Yeah, no, I know.
also doing the thing.
I too. That
We were worried about Dow. Like, how's Dow?
we're casting reduce
Okay.
to get her the crawl space and with. And what is the duration on the RP?
It's 1 minute with concentration, so it's basically just get through the hole, and that's it.
Okay.
Right, that would be dupe.
All right.
Here, and then. Okay. That's still a squeeze, but she can do it. All right. So as you make your way towards this locked chamber that you now have the keys for,
Post up.
Azaka will ask any ideas of what this might be.
So let me make a check for Wayne, because Thomas has put some things together, I think, that Wayne definitely didn't. Nope.
right.
Rain will.
Yeah, we don't
Rain
have
rolled
anyone
on
that-
an intelligence check. He doesn't have any intelligence skills.
Yeah, we don't have anyone that really does that.
But I don't know. Wayne just stares at that weird eyeball-covered fungus on the ground and feels like he should think of something.
Like, it's definitely something.
Right? That's that purple stuff that's everywhere on the map, right? Yeah, it's been omnipresent since we've been here. And it's that's just on this level, right?
Yes.
That feels to Thomas the player, that feels important. To Wayne, it's very puzzling.
Right.
If Wayne's staring at it in front of, if Wayne's trying to figure something out, then maybe Chippy would notice and get curious and try to help. I mean, he's a lot smarter than his player is.
Yeah, I mean, you heard the question. Azak was asking to you what we're up against.
$20 for an intelligence
Yes.
check.
Pretty solid. So there isn't necessarily like the easiest, but maybe something like history or related might tell you, but you're definitely getting some aberration vibes from the purple stuff with the eye stalks.
Alex is pretty good at nature, but this is aberrations are not really nature.
Right.
The opposite of
Chippy's gonna rack his brain about magical related stuff. You know me, I pretty much always want to roll an Arcana check for everything if possible.
Clearly.
Would that apply here?
I think that maybe like history or something like that is probably one of the closer ones because talk about actual events. But I think that there are other skills you could try to learn. Like, I mean, I would say that if you encountered a thing, Arcana or Arcana might be able to tell you what it could do, magically speaking. You know, may not tell you about its eating habits or sleeping habits, but you might know its magical abilities demonstrated. Does that make sense?
But in this case, is
In this
there
case,
a proficiency he should add to that intelligence check?
I was mentioning like history to try to pick something else.
Okay.
Something out here.
Well, history isn't.
Right, exactly. And he has a great hit there, right? We got a 20 or 22 with your probably help from the friend there, which is like definitely some aberration type.
Well, and then that would be a 20 without proficiency, though, right? That's just
Yeah, no proficiency.
Yeah.
So that's a 23 or 4. And then guidance,
Well,
did you roll that? Unless you need to, but either way.
yeah, if you want to toss a D4, toss a die on it. See if guidance takes it further.
Well, I can do a ritual
Good.
divination.
Sorry, my voice is a little quiet. I apologize.
It's only a plus. Gets you to 20.
I could do a ritual divination or contact other planes or legend lore. Legend lore would probably pertain.
That's like hours. Cat.
But what you do have here in front of you is this large door, which has a round mirror set into the surface that has those 10 indentations.
Roken's holding the spheres, the crystals. Probably check the traps and do all the stuff. Yeah.
Yep. Resisted juggling them this whole time.
Well, Tim wants to be right there beside you, watching the whole thing. This is really
I
cool.
like a go-getter too.
I like to see what's going on.
All right. Should we place them?
Right? Is anyone in need of a short rest? You want to like take a breather and have a snack before you head in? How we all
Hey, wait a
doing?
minute. I just remembered this spell called Borrowed Knowledge, where I can get proficiency in a skill. So for an hour, well, actually, yeah, it's just me. For an hour, I could be proficient in history. Should I do it?
Save this. We have a long day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will
Yeah.
take a dollop of honey off of my alchemy jar and stick my mirror to this wall.
All right. Stick a mirror. Interesting. Is this a particularly special? I don't think it would change the outcome at the moment, but is this a special mirror or breaking?
It's just preparation for just in case something later.
Yeah.
Have-
Good call. Thing. So mirror in place, and we have Roken eye gems in hand.
Do you think there's a
So
specific order? Oh well, I'll just plop them all in.
Yeah, Wayne just like clicks into a loading screen. There's a problem.
and you pop it in, and there's an immediate response. It lights up. And like with the briefest of illumination, your own reflection is caught, in the mirror. And you can see a little bit better right now. Kind of pretty colors. As you slot the next one, it also lights up. You have a little bit more light, and you notice that your reflection doesn't look that great. And as you continue socketing these slots, you find that the mirror reflection distorts. You and your compatriots grow thinner, gaunt. Their hair starts to fall out, and as you have slotted the 9th and putting in the 10th, it looks like you're all dead. With the 10th eye in place, there is a distinct sound. There's a grinding, and the door begins to lift upward. And as it hold on. Trying to do a reveal here. You do see that this room, I don't know if that's visible or not.
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh, there it is.
there we go.
Starting to see it.
I was having a little bit of trouble with the thing, but now we got some visual going. I'll continue with my reading. And you see this domed, candlelit room. Estimate the ceiling to be about 50 feet. polished marble floor. So perfectly reflective. It's almost like you're standing like on a sphere, a reflection of the dome above. Along the walls here, there is lighting, candlelit alcoves, and piles of treasures.
Oh, I don't trust that at all.
And in the middle of the chamber, there's a large spherical object about 20 feet off the ground, and it has some sort of black silk drapery over it.
You mean like, is it cut into like some design, or is it just like a tablecloth over a statue or something?
It's like some kind of spherical object with a giant drape tablecloth
Okay.
over it. It does the cloth doesn't reach all the way to the floor. It seems to be hovering about 20 feet in the air.
All right, who thinks it's gonna be gross? I think it'll be gross. Do we? I'll do. Can I do like a investigate or perception before I go in?
Yeah. Anyone wants to throw down some perceptions? Take that glance as you look around.
Haha, 30.
Paying attention. All right. So you and Chippy and others take a look around, and you see no obvious trap.
Hey Tim, you smell anything magical?
Mm, well, some kind of evil magic from the thing under the drape. Radiates evil? Yeah, magic.
But that thing hasn't moved or anything. So
It hasn't
we
moved.
open.
Hey,
Nothing else.
so Roken, I just really want to cast True Seeing on you, and it'll last an hour. Uh, Anybody have a hard veto on that? Because I really want to do that.
No, that's
Sure.
It's a great call.
Tippy rubs his hands together and says, "Okay, first time on this spell. Arcana help, thank you. Okay, here we go."
Mm-hmm. So
Score.
if I follow, a creature with true sight can see in normal and magical darkness, see invisible creatures and objects, detect visual illusions, and succeed on saving throws against them. Perceive the original form of a shape changer or creature that is transformed by magic and into the ethereal plane. Does that sound right? Nice. There be.
So the spell has a couple other perks, but that's the gist of it.
Yep. And those are all good.
Thank you for being a guinea pig, Roken. Thank you.
That's why I have true sight now.
Okay,
Alright, I'll take
break
off
that.
the night vision goggles.
Back.
You see the description in the chat? You can notice secret doors hidden by magic. You can see into the ethereal plane.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Alright, my do eyeballs, I look into the room. Is there anything new that stands out?
Indeed.
Are all the treasures just monsters?
The treasures are treasures. Indeed.
Oh. Oh, does my thief heart look good?
Right? Let's
Excellent,
see.
excellent.
Also, there is
Whatever the biggest jewel is, I have dibs.
the illusion magic that is over the thing in the orb in the middle that Tim said was giving off evil. Is actually has, you recognize now, has illusionary magic on it to alter the magic aura from what it actually is. So it's not really that thing.
So there's not really a sheet over it?
No, there's not an evil aberration magical thing under it. Like it's aura, like it's detect magic aura would report, because you see through the illusion of Nistel's magic aura.
Well, I don't know where my character went, but
Something happened there.
I don't know. I just don't see it.
It is gone, huh?
They all got sorted back into the trap room.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, it was being blocked by words on my screen.
Okay.
Okay, so I will. Well, I guess I will go into the room and pull this thing off. What is under this curtain?
Yes. So you step into the room, and the other thing that becomes apparent is there is an invisible thing that is right over here, but I somehow deleted it. I was trying to put it back. But
That's really invisible.
Yeah, it's so invisible that it's not even on the Roll20 anywhere.
My character also disappeared when I
Wait.
put it in the room.
Yeah. Like that. Something is not.
Is the?
I think I just did some.
Oh, there. Oh!
Badness.
Everything's moving.
All of the characters just went back to, except for
Where they
mine,
were.
weirdly,
Yeah.
just went back to where they were at like the beginning of the game.
This really doesn't want to be revealed.
There's something. There's some having.
It's a fairy.
Yeah, they're after you there. Oh no, it's.
Right now, my map is getting unrevealed. This is weird.
Right, and I'm trying.
Oh, it was.
It got moved. I was trying to grab the thing, and it was grabbing different things. If that makes sense.
Devixenum found us.
Dun dun dun. All right, it does look like your tokens are back up here. Get you restaged. You're in the room. Here's that. We had Tim giving you the backup. And as you went into the room, I had told you, yes, there was. It seems like there's an illusion over this object, so it's not really the magic that it's reporting, it's something else you see through that illusion. But also, there seems to be a large creature that is floating in the air there.
Fuzzy and smiling.
Indeed. Fuzzy and everything.
Either fuzzy.
Oh wow! There's something terrible in the back.
Shit.
There is something terrible in the back. Yes.
Trying to zoom in and move, but the roll 20's being slow. It's like I want to see this.
See if I can.
Oh no! It's a floating
show.
eyeball with a mouth.
This is a handout that I was able to show.
Out of character. These always make me think of Big Trouble Little China.
Indeed.
Yeah, there were a lot of eyeball hints on the way in that Thomas was getting that Wayne rolled an 8. Like, guys, this is gonna be a fucking beholder.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, it has 10 little eyeball tentacles, so that makes sense.
Yep, I caught that.
It's a thing. And then also, here you go. So you do see that there is this critter here in the room with you, and while it's watching it, it doesn't seem to have reacted.
Okay. It's like, well, it's not reacting, but I haven't pulled the curtain off this thing yet, right? Or the blank, whatever sheet.
Correct.
Um,
And what are the rest of y'all doing? Like,
Are you
Roken
sharing
going
this
there
image?
alone?
I couldn't hear you, Thomas.
Are you sharing this image over the telepathic bond?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. That's like, oh, I know why we have 10 eyeball as keys. There's a hideous monster.
Well, Chippy must have been close enough to touch Roken a minute ago, and Alex has been trying to just staying close to Roken out of curiosity. I think so. Alex would probably be following her, whatever she's doing.
Go ahead and put your tokens wherever you're at there. Tim will
Um,
join you.
Wait.
And
Wayne just swallows a little bit to wet his throat. Is this a situation where we're going to talk to over the telepathic bond? To the group.
Are you saying, are we talking telepathically?
I mean, over the telepathic bond, I say, is this a negotiation situation? As the guy that everybody looks at when it's time to talk to anybody that doesn't camp us.
I don't know. It's not doing anything yet. It's just standing. It's just hovering there. I assume like maybe taking the treasure would trigger it.
It definitely knows we're here. It's made of fucking ice.
Yeah, but I didn't mean trigger as in like notice us.
Yeah, I mean, like.
So I think probably take uncovering this. So I think we should do that and be ready to attack it.
Chippy thinks, "Hi, beholder person. Are you able to read minds?"
all right, Dow's Keshma's gonna squeeze into there. Now, as the two of you step in, and then Keshma also, we're gonna make a dex save. And we also from Roken, and then Tim. And we see as Dao steps, Keshma, the Keshma steps in, and she like slips and falls and slides all the way across the room until she bumps up against the other side.
I will pretend I didn't see it.
What's Roken's save?
Dex, you said, right?
Yeah.
And what are we saving against? I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand. Or have you not told us?
Exactly. Entering the
okay.
room
I was like,
prompts a save.
did I miss something?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
All right.
21.
So, as you step into the room, there's this realization that, like, this polished marble floor is really shiny, but it's also really slick. And as you step onto it, you feel like, your center of gravity not quite well balanced. And as you like start to slide and shift, you catch yourself, and you didn't use any move or anything. You're good, but Kashma like hit the stepped forward and fell and did like a belly slide across the whole room to the other wall. So
That's good.
from there,
Hearing no objections from the group, Wayne will clear his throat. Almighty beholder, we have
Yes.
found your lair. How have you come to be trapped here? No, you behind the thing with the curtain on it. We see you. You there. We
So are you stepping forward to the room, or are you back?
No,
behind
I'm
the
calling
mirror?
from behind here, but it's a straight line of sight. Like he can
Yeah.
see me through the mirror if he's got dark vision. Like
Uh-huh.
Chippy
not
thinks.
why I put it there,
Wayne?
but it is what's happening now.
Chippy thinks, good job, Wayne. That's a good start.
Yeah, I've gotten used to this shtick in this dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
No response? Or did I just stump the joke?
There is a verbal response. Who knows deep speech? Any deep on the group?
No, undercommon is as deep as I go.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
is that same?
It's not. But with the first words uttered, there is a second series of words uttered, and those are in undercommon. Right, deep speech and undercommon.
But Broken, you said you had.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I have undercommon. Also draconic.
And so with those words, it is kneel before me and I may find you amusing. And it laughs.
It wants us to kneel. from mercy or amusement or something.
Are we on initiative order, or is this still story?
I'm
It
giving you
seems to-
guys just time to set up your positioning. This is how this works every time.
Do we still want to uncover what this is in the middle, or should we just not worry about it for now?
Just
I don't think that picked up on the mic, but
Oh.
it does sound like a trap.
yeah, it smells like a trap to me. The giant round thing that it was hiding behind clearly is a decoy. I think maybe we don't fuck. Have you a name? And I'll go ahead and kneel down. I can fire from a prone position. Suck it, big target.
Now I think Tim is out of this.
Oh man.
He's not on the link. Yeah, but he's gonna ask, like, what do he talks to?
Oh yeah, sorry, Tim. There's a beholder over there.
Man, I feel so out of the loop.
Sorry, man. We cast it before we met you. It's time to do a long rest.
Yeah, I guess. All right
Cool.
then.
Still in the club.
Beholder. Where?
Uh,
Under the sheet?
No,
Is he in
behind
there?
it.
And
It's in the back of the room, invisible.
An invisible beholder. Oh man, you guys are pulling my leg here. Invisible beholders. Who does that?
I mean, if you don't believe us, you could try dispel magic.
I mean,
Go eat the spell.
I'm not going to tell you I don't believe.
Almighty Beholder, with whom I still have
Right.
sight.
Now, so there was a kneel that you did. Now, what about Roken? Does Roken kneel?
I feel like
I
you're
see
going
you
somewhere with
in the treasure
this,
alcove.
so I will.
I see Roken over there in the treasure alcove. What's up with this? 12 candles in that alcove there, and piles of treasure.
So I'm mostly trying to get into a good defensive position, casually. So, while he distracts, and yeah, so that's what I'm doing here. And what was the other question?
Yeah. Okay. Do you kneel? Like that was
Oh, yeah, I feel like he's going somewhere with this, so I'll kneel.
okay. You kneel. You kneel. Tim's out here. Like, what's going on, guys?
Oh
Why
yeah,
is no one
he said.
telling me?
He said.
Tim, I told you
Sorry.
now. Shush.
It's speaking under comedy. He said we should kneel.
He'll kneel and then telepathically reach into Roken's mind. Like, you want to loop me in?
You just hack into the telepathic.
Well, he can telepath with a person.
Right. It can.
Right, doing like, yeah.
He has telepathy. Yeah.
Alex was kind of generally flying along the ceiling, like, maybe 7 feet up, 8 feet up. And then coming into this room, she started kind of drifting up toward the ceiling, however high that is. You said a dome, so potentially pretty high. She's been invisible this whole time. Does it seem like the beholder is aware of her? She is going to kind of
keeps it does keep one of its several eyes on characters moving about the room. Yes.
Well, even though she's invisible, so apparently it can see her. So she's going to assume sort of a kneeling position, but I mean, she's still flying.
Indeed.
Hold on. I'm going to ask a question based on what Thomas Does it track her with the main eye? And does she become visible? Or it just senses where?
It seems to track or to glance at her in motion, not as an eye stalk in particular.
Do I still feel like all my magic items?
I didn't quite catch that. Sorry.
Oh, do I still feel like all of my magic items and effects are active? Again,
Well,
it's not Wayne.
you know, there are buttons to be pushing, but I don't think there's necessarily any of those buttons happening at this moment.
Okay, just checking to make sure. Like, I don't want to make any assumptions before. Well, our telepathy still works.
So
Okay.
right amongst yourselves, and and Kashma eventually like catches herself, and then like puts down a knee, is trying to follow along. You
Right.
understand necessarily.
We seek the downfall of Eserarak and freedom of all the creatures it's trapped in here. Seems like you might be one of them. Almighty, what was your name again?
And while we have some steps that go back and forth, we'll kind of like gloss over those for the moment as we develop this conversation.
So I make a
And as
persuasion
this
check.
conversation comes forward, Belcorge is amused with your prostrations. Perhaps you have some shinies to add to the pile of treasure. That would amuse me. Yes. Please.
Oh, you just want
Any
me?
coin? You have coin, perhaps?
I expected something more grandiose. Sure. I'll pull out 20 platinum and just throw it into the room. Is that all you would?
And
I
they,
mean,
they hit the room and kind of slide across the very slick surface, but as it takes a look at the things on the floor, it takes some time and some eye stalks and over rounds seems to like direct them telekinetically to the different alcoves. That
say it's
does
taking an
definitely,
action.
yeah, take some time doing the thing,
Uh,
directing the coins around.
we're gonna just like out of character. We're gonna kill this thing. We're all just waiting for the moment. Like we're all in place and ready to rock. I mean,
I am.
I'll try and get it in the party, but I want to make sure. I don't know that that's gonna work out. How is this? I haven't done an accounting of your current treasure. Is that a significant portion? Is it enough to go destroy the soulmonger at the bottom of this dungeon with?
Asarak did place me here, and
Are you thrilled about that?
did offer some interesting things. And he also wished for me invisible. That's actually pretty awesome.
But that's a done deal. That's paid up and done. Why are you
is.
still sticking around?
Oh, well, because these adventurers love to come through here and try to pilfer my things, and I take them apart. They get to watch from every angle. And speaking about this, all of this purple stuff stretches outward with tiny little eye stalks, all moving. A
Get
little
it?
extra gross.
But say, for instance, something was coming to destroy the whole world, like Dendar, for instance, being summoned by this machine down in the basement. You wouldn't be thrilled about that, right?
And there is no match for Belcorge's eye rays. My terrible powers would put an end to Dendar.
Well, there'd be no one to give you riches. Or do you mean you'd save us all from Dendar?
Yes, of course. Dendar would pose no threat to me.
Well, let's go. He's in the basement.
Puny. In the basement, you say?
Yeah, there's a bunch of keys we got to get to open up a doorway down there. I read the journal. I don't remember all the details. But yeah, I mean, if you can squeeze through the door, we already have somebody with that problem.
Right. Well, I will absolutely tell you that while I was placed here, I'm actually all right with this. This seems to be a decent arrangement for me.
Attack immediately. I've had an action ready since we opened the door.
Roll that initiatives. We'll do it. Let's hit it up.
And while you were placing the gem, I said, "I'm ready an attack
Time
action."
to go. Time to go.
Are we our sidekicks going with the primary character again on initiative?
Correct. You're gonna roll primaries. I think I put everyone's. You should be able to fill them in, or yeah. Okay then. Be that way. Sokka's gonna hold back because Twine's looking down. And with this sorted here, we have. Looks like Wayne and Tim at the top. I think Wayne +3. +3 from Tim.
It's a plus. So
Same. We'll go ahead and take it then. It's yours. Go for it. You are ready.
the lunatic take a step forward. Cast blindness.
Love it.
Let me look up. Believe it's a wisdom save. Check it now. It's a Constitution save.
Okay. Well, that's going to be
Is that a 1 I see?
a 1.
Then it is blinded.
Exactly
Fuck you,
how
beholder.
That thing does work.
Yeah, so the lunatic just walks up and with like hypno eyes and locks eyes with all 10 of them somehow, or 11, I guess, with the big one in the middle, and then just zap and like sends a little cloud with its spinning pupils and now all it can see are two big spinning eyeballs in front of all of its eyeballs.
Blind.
And then it just and then steps back 5 feet. The lunatic's save is shit. I did not expect that to work. It has
Wow.
like a 10.
Right. Right.
Sorry, has okay. Well,
Yeah.
I feel like I have to deploy a lot fewer resources from Wayne now. Let's start that hail of arrows.
How about it?
Oh man. Okay. Sorry, a blinded beholder is just I love it. It's evil,
It is evil.
and I am sharpshooting,
I believe it.
and I have advantage. Does a 20 hit its AC?
That's going to be a yes.
Okay, I will blow a 3rd level spell slot. To then detonate the arrow in a radiant.
It's a bold move. No, I mean, you're doing it. You're doing it.
73 on the first shot.
That's meaty.
The second shot, 21.
That's going to be a hit also.
All right, I don't spend a spell slot because I can only do that one. 33 more damage. And then my third attack, 17.
17 does not hit.
Okay. There's a couple ways I could get a reroll, but I feel like we're okay. As a bonus action, I should have done at the beginning of my turn. I will cast Hex. Or you know what? As a bonus action, I will throw a dagger.
Okay.
+1 weapon. A 27 to hit. Okay.
That's a definitely yes.
Maximum 21 more damage.
All right.
And then I will. Actually, the lunatic will have stepped back 10 feet. I will step back 5 more feet and break line of sight.
Okay. With a flurry of shots and a blinding spell, Wayne does some opening damage, followed by Tim. Mhm. Mhm. I believe it looks like this. Tim points the hand, and the streak flies out and erupts into the fireball. See how that looks. Does not have a great dex save. It does roll well. That's going to be his save, so half. Okay. Okay. 15. And after the fireball fires off, he dashes into this alcove for some cover. And we have Roken. Now I see you have the fox out here and not with you. Is that correct? Or, I mean, they got moved around. I'm not sure if you wanted the fox with you or not.
Haha, you couldn't hear me the whole. Haha, you couldn't hear me the whole time. I cast
Whole
Hideous
time.
Laughter. Throwing up some tiny tarts and waving as I wave a feather, and it must make a Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
And it's a range of 30 feet. I'm not. I haven't measured it, but I'll get within range and then back up.
Okay. Looks like you're right there.
Sweet. So yeah, it needs to make a Wisdom save.
We got a 21.
Ah, yeah, that beats my DC.
Mm-hmm. All right. And let's see.
And the fox is
Let's
gonna
see.
hold action.
Gotcha.
Or is just gonna be in a defensive stance, I'll say.
And at the end of your turn, it has a response. Yeah, why is that not? I'm sorry. I'm having some troubles pulling up my Roll20 pages. They're like cycling for. Like I had this.
They do take a lot of resources for the browser. A lot going on.
Sometimes it is that way. Yeah. So we have the cone that's going to come out here. And it's going to point a cone, something like that. Not that it. And if we are in this cone, we are in an anti-magic cone or anti-magic field. Now, that's not going to go through the walls and stuff, but that is going to hit Alex and
Broken?
Broken and Fox. Thank you. Words.
No.
So as the cone comes up, that is the end of. I think that's the end of your turn, right? You got your bonus actions or movement. Anything else going on? And then we go to Dow. If I recall. Will attempt to move across the slick floor. Succeeds. Goes to where the last attack scene makes attacks at disadvantage for. And misses, unfortunately. And that is the first and the second. Also a miss. Now we go to Chippy, as we see Dow swinging in the air about where this thing used to be.
All right.
It does look fairly injured.
He's gonna do he's gonna cast the cantrip Chill Touch.
Okay.
And that will do I think it's 48 necrotic, or maybe it's 3. And then it can't heal for the rest of the turn. But it's a RSA. So I think RSA, I believe, means it doesn't get a save. So yay, if that works.
You have the ability to see this invisible thing.
Oh,
You did see several attacks go against it. You could try attacking at disadvantage, knowing
right.
about
Okay.
where it is.
Well,
But
at
it's blinded,
disadvantage,
so you also get advantage. So it's a roll.
Oh, there's also that. That would have hit.
would a 21 have missed? Just out of curiosity.
It's a hit. That would hit.
All right. So even at disadvantage, he hits. All right.
Well, chill touch.
Cantrips. Yay. Yeah, and so it's 3d8 damage. And did you say so the anti-magic thing didn't get in, it didn't come into the hallway here?
It doesn't penetrate walls, is what I was trying to say.
Okay, so it's basically line of sight.
Right. Like it had thrown it out across like this. You know,
Well,
if you were to fire from here, your spell would be ineffective. But if you moved inward and went left, and succeeded on your dexterity save to not fall down and slide around, then you could go in the room and position yourself. Right? You just need to go in and go left.
I think
You got
Chippy's
it
gonna
like
just
this.
run up to the door and cast the spell, and then run back into the hallway afterwards. Okay, so it's only 9 damage, but then it shouldn't be able to cast a healing. Now, Alex. Alex will use part of her motion. How tall is this room?
I believe it was the 100 and 50 feet high, about 50. So I know that you wanted to use that chill touch there, but like you're gonna have to come in the room to do it, right? And come left of where like Alex couldn't do it, but you have if she was left one, you could. Same with Chippy, you'd have to go in there and go, yeah. Uh-huh.
Wait, so Chippy couldn't do it from where Alex is?
No, it's inhibited by the cone. You'd have to you'd have to enter the room and make a dex save to position
Oh,
yourself. That's what I was saying.
the cone has a duration, like it's ongoing.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry about that.
it's all
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I guess Chippy will have had to do that. So he will.
Give me that dex save.
He gets a move of 40, so he can go 15 up, 5 to the left, and then come back to the same place. So dex save. Yeah. 15. Does that fail?
The 15 will make it. The floor
Ooh.
is slippery, but you do not lose.
Damn. All right.
And you deliver your chill touch, right? So we did 9 damage, right? And chill touch is delivered.
And then so Alex. Alex is going to he's going. All right, so that's 30. That would be there. So she's going to go over to where okay, I'll just move her. Sorry. And then she's going to use her reaction to hold an action. And as part of the move, she's going to pull out Dwaren's Magic Fortress, and the reaction that she's looking for, the triggering action is as soon as Kashmir steps back, she's gonna set it on the floor, which will then or she's gonna move forward to there to set it on the floor, so that it will expand. It's 20 foot on a side, so the edge will just clip the beholder, and hopefully it doesn't break the roof. So she's gonna wait right here, waiting for that action, and of course she'll have to. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're gonna throw down the item, right? Activate the item.
So that's going to be her action, and she's holding it as a reaction. And then as a bonus, she will assist. She will try to give Kashmir advantage on the next attack roll against the beholder, and I think that's her turn.
Okay. And at the let me follow this for a second. Just one moment. All right. It looks like we're gonna do
Oh, I'm so
the
sorry.
end of
She'll also say, "Hey, Cashmere, will you step back, please?"
all right. And at the end of your turn, there's seems to be a response from Belcorge. And what is that again? I'm sorry, these are all spread apart. So do do. As the multiple eye stalks pointing in different directions, one of the rays reaches out to strike Dow. And he has a save. Now I wanna there's the spell blindness deafness. Make sure
Yes.
that's duration 1 minute, but it's not a concentration. No.
Oh, cool.
Right, is that correct?
I believe so. He does get a save at the end of every turn.
Right.
But yeah, yeah, correct. No concentration. Oh, spiffy. Remember that.
So it's gonna use its action to dip its lower body up and forward into this anti-magic cone that it has and restore its vision as its action. And I believe that
Imagining the contortions get its
right.
body in front of its own.
And then
No bones.
it swoops past this away from Kejma and over to this drapery, which it flings free.
Except, well, I don't know if that would trigger the ready action in a place where it could not hit catch.
I did say when Cashmere steps back, but I mean the spirit of what I was saying is as soon as I can drop the fortress without as soon as I can expand it without hitting Cashmere, which would now be true.
Right.
So whatever.
Right. I think it would be as a reaction, right? You're doing it as a reaction to them doing the thing. You're reacting to them doing it, right?
Yeah,
So I think if
reacting
we're
to
so they're doing a thing and then you have the response.
right
Except it's the
reaction
movement,
as soon as
not the interact object that would be the trigger.
as soon as she can expand
Well,
the 20-foot.
Right. Well, I think if we're looking at like you're trying to look for that space here, it is adjacent, and then it also moved to still adjacent. It just moved to the drapery where it can reach. It's still right next to Kazma.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the point was just being able to hit the creature without doing damage to the Dow. I should have said it more clearly. But
I-
just the
I
20 foot.
definitely follow where
Sure.
you're at, right? You definitely want to do the instant fortress, right? What's about to happen here?
And it would actually, I mean, it does seem like it would prevent it from accomplishing its goal, which would be probably seen as a plus. But anyway, yeah. So 20 foot in a side square, right?
I'm not entirely.
I put it in the chat.
Yeah, I'm checking it out. Here, 1 moment.
Does that work when I do that? If I put a link in the chat, can you click it, or is it? Do you still have to type it in yourself?
Oh, I see. I see the link. I think I was saying that Roll20 wasn't happy with my thing at the moment. All right, I have a link. There it is. Use the action. Yep. It's a moving. They didn't move, but you wanted to be able to deploy it where they're free, which I think works as they're there.
DC 15 isn't that steep, but it is an obstacle. I mean, it's a magic item. Would it be affected by the cone?
Well, the cone was from that corner. It was pointed off this way. So if you can draw me a circle that's the size, if that's this thing, because if it's in the cone, then no.
If we set it right underneath it, it wouldn't be in the cone until after it deployed, at which point it already had it. Because the point isn't to give us a castle. The point is to drop a tower, right? Push
Right,
it around.
or grow a tower up from underneath it. But yeah. Right, because it's in the air. All right, so it looks like you do has the reaction there, and you want to go there. Ooh, 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 ooh. It did the action. It was the movement. Yeah, it looks like you got it. All right, so it has a +2 for its dex save. Here we go. 12. It's not enough. And the ancient fortress grows from below. You want to roll them 10d10? 10 die 10. That's all I need, Chippy. Roll it up.
52.
All right.
Kind of weak, but whatever. It's something. And apparently, it does look like it's either going to crush Alex or it's going to hit the Dow. So I guess she's going to hit the Dow.
Right. And the reaction was not the Dow, though. That's what you were literally reacting to, was like when you could deploy it and not hit Kejma.
That's true. I guess.
Right.
You know what? I guess Alex is pretty confident about her dexterity at this point, so she probably thinks she can jump out of the way in time. I'll go ahead and roll a dexterity save.
And took a boatload of damage from there.
Oh, critical fail. Nice. Critical fail. So Alex is flattened.
52 damage. Full damage there. Yeah.
I mean, it
All
was a
right.
one. So story wise, you got to do something with that.
It was what?
She rolled a 1.
Yeah.
So I mean,
It's a save. It's not a skill check. Not a test. The criticals and whatnot don't apply for saves and skills and whatnot. But it certainly is a very sad number. And I will give you my condolences while I, make you roll your own damage there. But you took 52. Thanks, Alex. This fortress, displaces the beholder, pushing it outwards, right? It it hits this thing in the center, and between, a rock and a hard place, the carcass is, broken into pieces as it spreads across. We will also have the ultimately intended outcome of that drape being knocked off of the sphere, as it's not secured in any way. It's draped over the top. And once the drape falls away, we see a iron sphere about 6 feet in diameter floating off the floor. It had given off those things like an evil aberration of magic because of the illusionary spell on it, which some of us see through. And as the sphere is revealed, there's an immediate response as everything that is metal flies across the room and sticks to the sphere. Anyone wearing metal armor is now also stuck. Any weapons, as Kesma's weapons fly, the maul flies from her hand. And with that bit of dramaticism, we'll step away from today's session and look forward into next week to see how we deal with this.
My daggers, no!
One dead beholder, and now a problem. Well, I hope that you enjoyed that, folks. And for those watching at home, go ahead and like if you liked it, or subscribe to see some more. Hit up our Patreon to help us do it better. And until next time, have a good game. Bye.